Have you ever been swimming in the ocean and suddenly felt a shadow loom over you? What if that shadow was a giant whale, mouth wide open, about to swallow you whole? It sounds like something straight out of a classic novel, but could it actually happen? And if it did, what would your chances of survival be? Let's dive in and find out. First, let's get one thing straight. The chances of being swallowed by a whale are incredibly, astronomically small. Most whales, even the massive blue whale, have throats that are surprisingly narrow, only about the size of a grapefruit. They physically can't swallow something as large as a human. Their diet consists of tiny krill and small fish, so you're not on the menu. However, there is one whale species with a throat large enough to swallow a person, the sperm whale. These deep-sea giants have massive gullets designed for swallowing whole giant squid. So, for the sake of our wild what-if scenario, let's imagine you have an unlucky encounter with a very hungry sperm whale. You're in the water, and suddenly, you're pulled into a dark, cavernous space. The force of the water rushing in would be immense. You're not being chewed. Whales don't have teeth in the way we think of them. Instead, you'd be swept down its throat. The first major problem, you can't breathe. The whale's mouth and throat are filled with water. You'd have to hold your breath from the very first moment. If you somehow made it past the throat, you'd find yourself in one of the whale's first stomach chambers. And this is where things get really grim. The first stomach is a powerful muscle that grinds and crushes food. The pressure would be immense, like being squeezed from all sides. Even if you survive the initial crushing force, the environment is completely devoid of oxygen. You'd be surrounded by whatever the whale ate last: squid, fish, and a whole lot of digestive fluids. And that brings us to the next lethal element, stomach acid. A sperm whale's digestive system is designed to break down tough squid beaks. The hydrochloric acid in its stomach is incredibly potent. It would start to break down your skin, your clothes, everything, very, very quickly. It would be a chemical nightmare. There's simply no way a person could withstand that. So, the story of Jonah being spat out after 3 days. It's a great tale, but scientifically, it's impossible. The combination of no oxygen, crushing pressures, and powerful digestive acids means survival inside a whale is a fantasy. Within minutes, the harsh conditions would be fatal. Now, has anyone ever been partially swallowed? Yes, there have been a few documented cases where divers or fishermen have been accidentally scooped up by whales, usually humpbacks, during lunge feeding. In these instances, the whale almost immediately realized its mistake. It didn't like having a big, bony human in its mouth, and it spat them right back out. These encounters lasted only a few terrifying seconds. The people involved were shaken up and bruised, but they lived to tell the incredible tale. So, if you ever find yourself face to face with a whale, don't panic about being swallowed. They are majestic, intelligent creatures that have zero interest in eating you. Your biggest risk is being accidentally bumped or swatted by a fin. Respect their space, admire them from a safe distance, and you'll be just fine. The real-life story is less about survival and more about the rare, breathtaking moments when our world and theirs briefly collide. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like and subscribe for more amazing what-if scenarios.